What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle, and yes, it's the best money channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on, and hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. Yes, free, Free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell on all the YouTube channels. I'm talking this one right here, King Hussle X1M. No rags, just riches. King Hussle, crazy actions. The Hussle family. Turn motivation into means. Dog pound exotic pups. King Hussle 2.0. And this one right here, Milwaukee made King Hussle. All right. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is put the title on every video. Once you put the title on every video, at the bottom of the description, all my social media links will pop up. Right. I got a lot of fake King Hussle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or a video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you're doing legit business and you are getting what you pay for, right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. What to do, my real King Hussle fans, supporters, and subscribers out there? And we are back at it again with the gems. I'm back at it again with the sauce. I'm back at it again with the information that's going to help y'all be safe and turn into a boss. So, you tired of being a zero? You ready to be your family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and pad out, because we're about to get into the sauce. We're about to get into the gems. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the top scams in 2025. It's getting scammers, helping scammers make at least $100,000 a week. All right, and like I said, scams and fraud is at an all-time high. It's a lot of new scams, there's a lot of new fraud that's going on. It's a lot of old scam and fraud that's been going on, and a lot of people are aware, and some people aren't aware. So, the more people that are aware, the more people can be safe and beware of what's going on, and just be on the other side of the fence. All right. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the top scams, the top fraud in 2025, right? So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so in 2025, there is a lot, and I mean a lot of different scams that's going on, a lot of different fraud that's going on, and a lot of people only knowing about the things that they hear about. Every fraud, every scam, every method is not being reported. Every case is not being reported on the news or on YouTube. So if it's not being reported, you're never going to know. If you don't see it, you won't believe it. Point blank, period. That's how everything goes. So it's like a pyramid. You got the lower level, the middle level, you got the higher level. The lower level, we all know what those scams are. The check fraud scams and the card cracking scams and, just the basic scams that everybody are doing that's getting caught eventually and going to jail for. Then you got the middle level scams and fraud, where basically the white collar fraud and scams where people are in corporations. And then you got the top level scams where people are doing Ponzi schemes for millions and billions of dollars. Now, one top scam that's been going on for a long time and is still going on right now is check fraud. A lot of people are making a lot of money off check fraud. And a lot of people have taken it to a whole new level when it comes to check fraud. You never really heard about people dying over fake checks. You never really heard about mail carriers getting robbed and killed over the check bag. Like it's baller blocking. Like, you ever seen the movie, the Cash Money movie, Baller Blocking, when the dude, Baby and Turk ran up on dudes, like, delivered the checks, and they shot him and took the mail thing. Like, that's what they doing to get, just to find checks, to wash the checks. Like, then they break it into the mailboxes to steal all the mail out the mailbox to find checks. It's a lot going on. The magnitude of what people are doing to make this happen is becoming very high and very scarce. And a lot of people on the outside looking in are trying to figure out what's going on. You got people who are green, and you got people who want to make a quick couple $1,000s that are actually doing these type of things. You got people on social media all day, every day. You got this bank, you got that bank, DM me, and then they set up a deal where they can make some money. You got people who are getting their own checks, getting their own information, creating their own checks, and depositing their own checks without having to deal with anybody on social media. I mean, you got to understand, if there's a will, there's a way, because there's somebody in every position that gets something that you need and want, point blank, period. And if you do your research enough and you look and search and find, you're going to find that person that you've been looking for. So if you somebody that's looking for information, check information, and you know somebody that work at a bank, or you know some people that work in certain jobs, and you get a hold of them and you can connect with them, and now they're giving you this information, then you make it easier for the scammer, makes it easier for themselves to be able to complete the task or complete this mission on making some money. They don't have to go on a dark web. They ain't got to deal with this person or that person. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They're starting to think when you want something so bad, you start to think of ways how you can make it happen, and the easiest way for you to make it happen. So you might have somebody, they might have somebody go apply for a job at that bank or whatever job it is that's handling that situation, that type of information, so they can get it. And then you got people who go about things different ways. You got people who get that information, they go generate checks offline or make checks themselves, and they go deposit those checks. And then you got people who get that information, make checks, and then they just sell the checks. And you got people who get that information and go on the dark web and just sell the information. So you got people doing different things to make money off the same thing. And a lot of people don't understand that there's multiple ways to make money doing the exact same thing. There's multiple ways for a scammer to make money when it comes to check fraud. And that's why it's so broad and so many people doing it, because it's just not one way. This person might be washing checks. This person might be selling them on the dark web. This person might be selling to people on the Telegram. So there's so many different ways to make money when it comes to check fraud. A lot of people don't understand that being a vendor for anything that you want to do will get you more money, and the scammers are starting to understand that and saying there's more people that will literally buy this information and these checks instead of me going to actually cash this check and being on camera and getting caught. So with that being said, you got to be more safe this year. Well, I don't know why people are even mailing in their checks in the first place. Like, stop mailing in checks. They got debit cards for a reason. They got bank accounts for a reason, to prevent these type of things from happening. All right, so be safe, be cautious. Stop mailing in checks to make payments. And if you stop making checks to be mailing payments, you'll be on the safe side. All right. So another type of fraud that's going on right now is identity theft. Now, identity theft, it's a whole different ball game, because a lot of fraudsters and a lot of scammers that are stealing people's identity, and they're getting loans, credit cards, lines of credit, and doing a lot of different things that the real person couldn't even do. So if you're somebody and you can't even get a $20,000 loan, but somebody steals your information, they get a $20,000 loan, that'll trip you out. And so a lot of people doing a lot of different things. Like, you got to think about it. If somebody steals your identity, they basically can do whatever they want to do as if they were you. So this scammer goes on the dark web and gets somebody information, and they got an 800 credit score, good payment history, all this good stuff like that. They're going to be able to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. They're going to be able to transfer it into this bogus account and take them. They're going to be able to do these type of things. It's getting to the point where fraudsters are stealing people's identity, building the credit on the identity, starting businesses, LLCs, getting EIN numbers, bank accounts, and they're getting loans, and they just taking the money and running away with it and doing it so many times. Credit is the #1 money game in the world. I teach that on my main channel, King Hussle. And when people understand how credit is the #1 money game in the world, they understand everything revolves around some type of loan, some type of credit. That's how a lot of these businesses and a lot of these movies were funded off loans. It's a show called American Greed, where they show or give situations of so many different fraud and scams. And you see that some movies were even funded off fraud and scams. Like some of your favorite movies, games, TV shows were funded off fraud and scams. And if you even got mortgage fraud, people commit mortgage fraud by stealing your identity. And they're doing it just from a phone. It's not hard to find out who owned the house from the public records. It's not hard to get a fake ID in that person's name or something like that. It's not hard to do these type of things. You can file the satisfaction letter on the deed online. You can go to closing online. You can apply for the to sell the house or for a mortgage loan online. You can do everything online. And scammers are starting to figure that out. Like, scammers are literally sit down all day, every day, trying to figure out ways to scam and scheme the system. Literally. And when you got people who are doing that, these are people who figure out all of the loopholes in the system. And once you figure out all the loopholes in the system, getting some type of funds becomes very, very easy, because once you learn loopholes, you cut through those loopholes and you make it easier. They make it easier on themselves. And that's when a lot of scams and a lot of fraud come into part. So identity theft is at an all-time high, just as long as identity theft might be the number one, check fraud might be number two. And then you got credit card fraud. A lot of people are having their credit card and debit card information stolen. A lot of people are going to these gas stations, stores, a lot of different places that have skimmers, ATMs that have skimmers. What are skimmers? Skimmers are basically covers that they're putting over POS machines and at the ATM card ports, and the keystrokes where you type in your debit card number, and it's a pad over it that's recording all the information. So when you're done and they finally go take it off, it's going to have however many people use that ATM or that POS machine or whatever, that they even got them at gas station pumps outside. They got them inside the gas station pump. So if you use your card outside, this might be a skimmer on there which will steal your information. That's why I told y'all before, like, switch y'all cards up every so often. So if that was to happen, you will have a new card and that card will no longer exist. So if you switch it up before it happens, you'll be on the safe side. All right. So they got skimmers all over the place and they're undetectable. You got people working in restaurants and places where they literally probably had a phone down with the camera open, and they hold it a certain way. So when so like, I done seen some people do it before. Like, they'll take, like, beware and be cautious of this. When you hand them your card, just because my bad, I'm all on my nose and all that. But just because nose hairs be crazy tickling. Just because that window is clear and you can see them holding your phone like this doesn't mean they got a phone or something right down there recording it, and they holding it like this for a reason so they can see the back. And all you gotta do is zoom into the camera and see. So be like, let people know, like, can you hold my card a certain way? Like, can you hold my card in your hand so it can cover your information, so just in case they are recording or you got something recording, it's covering it and they can't do it, especially with Cash App cards and things like that, because nowadays they got all the information on back of the card printed. It's not on front of the card anymore. They're not embossing numbers on cards anymore. They're doing everything on the back of a card, just print it. You can see it clear as day. So that's another way people are getting information and selling it and using it and doing mischievous things, buying food and little nicky-tacky things like gas and things like that, right? So beware for those top 3 scams right there. Identity theft, check fraud, and credit card fraud. Because it's even to the point where people are getting these cards and they making duplicate cards, and they going to ATMs, they going to these stores and they're using these cards as if they have your card. Because technically, if you find somebody's card or you get somebody's card information and you write that information on a card, you technically have their card. So whatever's on their card or in that account that they're using to do whatever, you have that now. So now you're making funds off them. Now you're getting rich off them, and now they're gonna be mad because the scammer did whatever they did, right? And then another fraud that's at an all-time high right now is smishing. Smishing is these text messages that everybody are getting, saying your U.S. parcel code, your bank account, or something is like, it needs attention. These are all scams. So there's been a big data leak. So a lot of scammers and a lot of fraudsters are sending out these text messages. You gotta think it's so many people in the world. And if it's 1 million people, they send out 1 million text messages and only 250,000 people respond back. That's a lot of people. And people are actually logging into these fake accounts as if they're their bank accounts and logging in, typing in their information, and these scammers are getting this information, and they're doing God who knows what with this information, going into your account, opening up accounts, doing this and doing that. So 2025 is going to get real serious when it comes to this fraud and this scams that people are doing. A lot of people try to do things when it's popular. Like, they see a lot of people get money with it, and they want to do it. But then when it's a new phase or something new, they don't want to do it no more. People are getting rich off the dark web still. People are still getting rich off these methods, from the Cash App methods to the loads and all this. Is just people not talking about it no more. So people don't think it's real, or people don't think it's still going on. But the people who do know what's going on are still making money. Like, all these methods I heard is going on in the world, They are real, and a lot of people who are executing these methods are making a lot of money with these methods. It's almost a method for everything. It's like a lot of people want to get these methods and they're reading. Everybody not the same. So a lot of people might get these methods and the methods that the scammers have or whatever, and they read the methods and they know how to do it. Some people might get it and be lost in the world. It's just like school, y'all. A lot of people was in school and didn't understand what was being taught. A lot of people did understand what was being taught. So you can't get mad if you don't know what's going on. It's called doing your research and understanding. Just like you do your research and understand what's going on with these scams and this fraud, you'll be safer, and you'll be on the other side instead of being green in life and allowing scammers to get over on you. Because at the same time, some type of way, everybody in the world is getting scammed from extra fees and taxes and all this different type of stuff. Like when you start paying for things from now, look at their receipt and see all the felonious and miscellaneous taxes and fees. Like I just booked a ticket to go. I got some in-person lessons and some mentorships to do. Just random fees, $34 here, $77 here, $26 here, and it all add up to like $150 and just extra in taxes. Like wow, like that's crazy. So just being more aware of life will get you farther. There are, and I just said 4 scams. It's over 400,000 scams is going on and fraud is going on right now. Some different type of way in different forms. But we just gonna talk about the top 4, top 5 right there. We got just to be more aware. So with those being done, with those being out there, how can you be more safe? How can you keep yourself more aware? How can you stay on the other side of the fence? You got LifeLock. LifeLock allows you to monitor your personal information, lock your information, monitor all your accounts. So if any suspicious activity was to come, you'll be alerted and you'll be able to control it. Also, Experian.com allows you to be able to lock and freeze your credit reports so no one will be able to use or get credit cards or anything in your name. You get these type of accounts, you'll be on the safe side. Start switching out your debit cards every so often. So if your information was leaked, that information that was leaked will be old information because now you have new information. Also, you can get deed alerts on your deed of your home. If you own a home, go get the deed lock because you can get alerts on your deed if somebody is trying to use your deed or use your information in a suspicious way, and you'll be alerted and you will know, right? So, and and then identity, like a lot of people are real careless, and a lot of people are very naive to think certain things will happen. Anything can happen to anybody. So just be more safe. Keep your information safe. Keep your wallets, your purses safe. Keep them out of reach of people. Like it's almost to the point where you can't trust nobody because you're never know. So just keeping that eye open on any and everybody because you never know. It's always the people that's closest to you. And just be more safe out there, right? So top scams in 2025, man. A lot of scammers are making $100,000 a week off these scams. Be more safe. Be more aware. Lock your information. LifeLock, D-Lock, Experian.com. Freeze your credit so no one can do anything, get anything in your name. Switch out them cards every so often and stay on the safe side, man. It's your boy, King Hussle. Shout out to everybody that's been watching these videos. Shout out to all my OG subscribers. We back at it again with the sauce, the gems, and the information that's going to help y'all win. Everybody want to get rich. Everybody want to do CPNs. It's a lot of people that think they dead, and a lot of people think that. No, everything that's been going on 3, 4, 5 years ago is still going on, except for the PPP loan, the EDD, and all that. But everything else that's been going on is still going on, if not more, and it's even enhanced because a lot of new things is happening now that wasn't happening. There's a lot of new technology that's happening now that's not happening then. So just be aware of that. Be safe. And let's get paid and let's get safe this year, all right? Shout out to all my real King Hussle fans, supporters, and subscribers out there because without y'all, there'd be no me. You'll motivate me, keep going. You'll motivate me, keep dropping the sauce, and you'll motivate me, keep y'all entertaining. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's ready to get their FaceTime 101 Unlimited Gems, let's get to work. 600, cash out a Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is in cash out a Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot, let me know your pin ready, and we will go from there. No screenshot, no reply, point blank period. All right, so let's get to work. No playing games, no 21 questions. No, yo, stop yoing me. A lot of people be just writing me, yo, stop. Please stop. That's very, very irritating. So anybody that's yoing me in my inbox trying to get my attention, you automatically blocked. All right, so come prepared, come screenshot ready, and we're going to get to work, and we're going to make some money, and we're going to make it work. Also, make sure y'all get y'all student mentorships. $7,500 for 3 months. In this 3 months, I will take you from the bottom to the top. Help you get your personal credit together. Help you establish your personal credit. Help you build your personal credit. Establish towards your business credit. Get your LLC, your EIN number. Start getting major loans. All right. So make sure y'all getting y'all mentorships. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Telegrams. New Age Credit Repair and the Matrix Code. You need type of credit lessons or information, go subscribe to New Age Credit Repair. You need any type of load ups, Cash App, Bitcoin, any type of methods. Learn how to do the methods the right way to start making thousands of dollars. Linkables, cards, sites, you name it. Go subscribe to the Matrix Code. Need both, subscribe to both. Still look for people for the production company. Still look for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameramen, and women for the production company. So you rap, you sing, you model. You got any type of talent, hit me up, let me see what you got. We're going to go from there. We're going to do a lot of skits, blogs, movies, music videos, movies, music videos, networking, making money, having fun. All right, so DM me, let me see what you got. We'll go from there. Make sure you go follow me on IG, King Hussle X1M, the real King Hussle X1M, my backup. Make sure you go follow my blog channels, King Hussle 2.0. No rags, just riches. Make sure you go follow me on make sure you follow my clothing brand, Hussle Department. That's Hussle Department of French. Dropping a new jogger soon. Apparel and kids apparel. Make sure you follow this channel, Milwaukee Made King Hussle, the OG channel. I'm starting two new channels, King Hussle Live and call it what you want to call it, podcast. I'm probably gonna start another channel because I'm about to be doing the Hop Chip Challenge reaction. So make sure y'all tap into that. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna start a new channel or just add it to another channel. I don't know, probably start a new channel. So just stay tuned on that. Make sure you follow my horror story channel, Goosebumps Horror Stories. Make sure you follow my rain channel, Sleeping with the Rain. So while you sleep, you listen to those rain video, the rain sounds to create a positive frequency for financial freedom and generational wealth for yourself and your family. I promise you, I listen to them all the time. A lot of people listen to them all the time, and they life change, right? So be the next person, let your life change. Go listen to them while you sleep, and I promise you, you will have a new beginning. All right, so with that being said, y'all know how to get down to any of these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson or video. Peace.